What is up, guys and gals? Welcome to episode number 198 of the Nonsense Review. That's right, just call us the X-Men.
Ah, yeah, sweet.
So there's why do you think I've said X-Men for 198?
Because...
You said yes, sweet, so I assume you have an idea.
No, I don't. I
had a feeling you were, so I had to call you out on it. Don't bluff with me, son. I will absolutely put you on the spot. X-Men the 198 is a comic book limited series. It came out after basically the House of M. If you're not familiar with House of M, it's the comic book run for X-Men where the Scarlet Witch does her big bullshit chaos magic and basically completely fucks up the mutant community because the majority of mutants lose their mutant powers.
Yeah, she just goes, all right, fuck it, no more mutants. And I think that was basically motivated by Disney and Fox having a bit of a spat.
Marvel wasn't owned at this point. I guess Fox was, but Disney didn't own Marvel at this point.
Yeah, fair enough. So Marvel and Fox, with Fox owning the film rights to X-Men.
I'm pretty sure that had nothing to do with it, Rick, because why would the movies have never followed comic book plots?
True, but I think the idea was, if we do that, then they have nothing new to draw from. They can only draw from old things.
Oh, so, yeah, the things that everyone much prefers.
Oh, yeah.
Also, the House of M is a well-regarded storyline.
Yeah.
Like, it gets pointed to a lot because it's a pretty neat concept. The only thing people seem to take umbrage with is that no one can seem to agree if the Scarlet Witch did it on purpose or not. Both in universe and as readers. I've never actually read the entire run, so I don't know.
Yeah. And I guess there's parts of that are reflected in WandaVision. In that, she did most of it on purpose, but the things that were really weird are just kind of subconscious.
The things that were really weird are implied to be Agnes in that. Not Agnes, Agatha.
Yeah.
Now, Agatha's stoking the fire, so that doesn't help. But, they've completely changed. Not completely changed, but, drastically changed Agatha's origins and connections to the Scarlet Witch in that show. Anyway, we're getting off topic. It's called the 198 because Toad and a bunch of other mutants basically need to seek shelter because they can no longer protect themselves because they don't have their mutant powers. Those that do are called the 198 because there's 198 of them, apparently.
Okay.
That's a very brief synopsis I got off Wikipedia. If it's wrong, blame them.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, I'm your host as always, Devon, and joining me equally as always is Rick.
Hello, everybody.
I've got to stop doing that, haven't I?
Yeah, because I was responding kind.
Yes, today is our very final Christmas-themed episode of 2024. In fact, our final episode of 2024. It'll be 2025 in 3 days.
It will. Man, this year's gone by.
It has. A little bit behind-the-scene knowledge, guys. We don't feel like recording on the tail end of Christmas week, so we've pre-recorded this one.
Yep, and normally we do a hypothetical, but we also don't feel like doing that today.
Well, Rick doesn't feel like doing it.
I don't feel like doing that.
I'll throw Rick under the bus any day of the week. But yes,
yeah.
Today we're doing Justice League, the Christmas special, very specifically the one from Season 2, episode number 23. It's called Comfort and Joy, after that very famous Christmas song. Do you want some background info, Rick?
Yeah, let's go.
So, this is the only standalone episode in the entire series.
Oh, are they all freaking two-parter, 10-parter story conglomerates?
100% the case. So this one is just entirely standalone. The only thing you need to do is know what the Justice League is.
Yeah.
This one originally aired on the 13th of December 2003 and is the very definition of a Christmas special.
Yeah. Because when I was young, I didn't even know what the Justice League was. I was like, people are harping on about these super friends. That can't be real. And turns out, oh yeah, that was just one of the words they had for Justice League. Super friends.
Super friends is usually the generic term that people throw around when they take the piss out of superhero teams.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's honestly not a lot I can really put here for the synopsis because, again, it's a standalone episode in the middle of a very beloved cartoon series. I love the shit out of this cartoon. It's up there with Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
And is essentially the culmination of what was the initial DC animated universe.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, everyone talks about the Marvel Cinematic Universe and it's like, well, DC kind of beat them to the punch a little bit. Well, it's weird because Marvel kind of had their own thing in the 90s because Spider-Man would cross over with Iron Man, etc.
Yeah, I suppose he would, yeah.
So I'm just saying cartoons did it first, motherfuckers.
Yeah, of course they did. And not comics.
Well, comics can't be a cinematic universe, can they?
Well, apparently not. Yeah.
Well,
Apparently, Super Friends was actually the name of the Hanna-Barbera version of the Justice League.
Cool. It's not canon. Fuck off. Yeah, maybe it was. I never watched that version. Whatever. Are you ready for the state of the world?
Let's go.
In the charts, Will fucking Young was topping them with that fucking song "Leave Right Now."
Oh man, before he falls any deeper.
Yeah, I remember that song. I mean, this was 2003. I would have been 11. It was very popular on the playground, and everyone made the same fucking joke about it every time. I think I better leave right now. Well, then go.
Yeah. Yeah, do.
Ozzy Osbourne was also back in the charts. He was near the top, reaching the number 2 spot when he re-released the song Changes, although this version he was singing alongside his daughter Kelly.
Okay.
But if we want to get more on brand with the month, this is also the release of it's not my all-time favourite Christmas song, because Fairy Tale of New York exists, but it's up there. It's Christmas Time by The Darkness.
Yeah, don't let the bells ring.
It's a good song. It's a good song. It's one of the few Christmas songs I'm not fucking sick of.
Yeah, because you don't hear it that much.
You don't, which is a shame, because it means Justin Hawkins can't just fucking do a noddy.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Noddy Holden, was it Slade he was lead singer of, or was it the other one?
Yeah, one of the other, but yeah, it's the kind of thing where you just like, you have a one-hit wonder that happens to be a Christmas thing, and they play it all the time, and then you just like live off your own royalties for the rest of your life.
And unlike other artists, Noddy is very upfront about the fact that I never have to work again because of that one song, and I am so grateful.
Yeah, totally.
But, fair fucks to him. You ready for some movie news?
Let's go.
So, on the 18th of December, 24th for the UK, the live-action Peter Pan movie released. This was not related to Disney, by the way.
Okay, not the one that was, and not Hook either, because Hook was good.
Oh, Hook was fucking great.
Yeah, Hook was fantastic.
I never watched this, but I remembered it getting a lot of media hype at the time.
Yeah.
Might be something we can do for the channel.
Maybe so.
Yeah. So if neither of us have seen it, we'll move on. More importantly, The Return of the King came out.
Ah, yeah.
Have you ever? Did you watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy, right?
I did. I watched them when they were new in cinemas.
Yeah, same. Well, I was definitely not old enough, I don't think. I think it was a 12A,
totally.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. I remember not being hyped for Fellowship of the Ring, and by the end it was like, yeah, okay, I see it.
Oh, I'm exactly the same. When Fellowship came out, I would have been 10. I didn't give a fuck about Lord of the Rings or Tolkien.
And then when The Two Towers came out, that was just like the thing that we did on a week. Like, Wednesday was cheap day. Wednesday was our half day at school. We'd go into town, watch Two Towers for like 4 weeks in a row.
I mean, I can't blame you. The Two Towers was a very... Fellowship of the Ring was a great film. Fucking Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant took the piss out of these films on their podcast back in the day. And it's just like...
Yeah.
Why? They're good films.
Yeah, they're good adaptations of something that is good. Yeah, other things have done the same tropes differently and more recently, but like, they're there for a reason. Respect Grandad.
For real. Do you want to hear a real depressing fact, Rick?
Let's go.
I've had some of the guys at work, because I work with teenagers, because I work retail, actually say to me, "Are Lord of the Rings worth watching?"
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh fuck, you weren't born when these movies were out, so you didn't automatically just watch them like every other fucker I know.
Yeah. Now the question though is, are they worth watching for the first time immediately as the extended edition? And I don't think they are.
I think you should watch the extended edition if you're going to watch them at all.
I think rewatching them, you watch the extended version, but like watching it for the first time, it's a big enough time sink that it's okay to just watch the Fellowship as the basic version, and then after that see how you feel.
But then you have to double your view time.
Yeah.
I just don't see the point. Like, you might as well just watch the extended editions, because like you're only adding like an extra maybe an hour and a half, whereas if you watch them normally and then go, I'm now going to watch the extended, you're now watching an additional 9 hours of content on top of the already long runtime.
Okay, well, so what I'm saying is you watch the Fellowship, see if you're into it, and then you can pivot to the extended versions if you like it.
I still disagree on that, because the Fellowship, like, if you don't like the extended edition of the Fellowship, you're not going to watch the extended edition of the other two, so it's fine.
Yeah,
just start with the extended edition. You might as well. I don't think you can even get the non-extended edition on like streaming services nowadays.
Yeah, fair enough. I actually don't even know what streaming service they're on.
I'm going to assume it's Amazon, considering they're making that big Rings of Power push.
Yeah, you'd think so, wouldn't you?
It was on Netflix for a while, but they definitely lost them. We're getting well off topic. Rick, what are we doing today?
Yeah, we're doing Justice League Season 2, Episode 23, Comfort and Joy. 3, 2, 1, and go.
I fucking love this series, by the way. I highly recommend anyone watches it. It's on Netflix nowadays.
Yeah.
Which is totally where we're watching it.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, like the Martian Manhunter, if you didn't know that he was a hero, he just looks so much like someone else's villain.
I can't... Here's the thing, Rick, is I'm intimately familiar with Martian Mindhunter, so I can't see him as anything but a hero. So I'm not getting those vibes. I'll trust you, because, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Plus, also, his name sounds like a villain.
Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
But his civilian name is John Jones.
Yeah, John Johns, yeah.
I might sound like a real fucking stupido for saying this, but fucking I love seeing the Justice League do mundane, just generic good.
Yeah, the Flash just installing RAM.
Well, there was a comic book run where the Flash's, I don't believe it was Wally West, I think it was one of the other ones, was just sick and tired of having to do so much work, so he just went, fuck it. This is my city, no crime in this city. And that was it. He just focused on the one city, and because he had super speed, it's like anyone did anything, he just solved it instantly, but the radius was the one city, because he couldn't do it for the whole world.
Yeah, like, he could, but he'd be knackered.
That's an outdated effect, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah. It's the shield on the Endor moon.
It's a bit better than that.
Well, except the shield generator from Endor was for the Death Star, so...
Yep. So Martian Manhunter is a pretty important part of any team, if only because his psychic abilities let him just straight up like auto-translate for alien species that they've never met before.
Yeah, he can intercept meaning and intent.
Yeah. I also absolutely love that everyone calls Green Lantern GL.
Oh yeah, there's no Space Jesus.
Yeah, he is. He's standing right there.
Yeah. Oh no. Clark's gonna radicalize Johns.
No, he's not. Like, Superman is the embodiment of good and hope. You don't think he had great Christmases?
Yeah, and apparently he canonically still believes in Santa.
Yeah, that is a plot point in this very episode, Rick.
Yeah. Because, it makes sense. He rubs shoulders with, superpowered dudes. He rubs shoulders with the Flash, who definitely could, cover that amount of ground in one night.
Yeah. I just want to say it right now, I don't know what's up with this 3D intro. I remember my mind being blown by it as a kid, but looking at it now, in 2024, what were they thinking?
Yeah,
I don't know why Martian Manhunter's a dragon.
Neither do I. Yeah, the 3D looks crap, but that's okay. Oh, nipples, hello.
Okay, if you squint... Hawk Girl, well-known race trader.
Yeah, actually.
Actually, if anything, the opposite. She betrayed the world and then betrayed the Hawk people, so, take your pick, she fucked you over somehow.
Yeah. Depending on which side you start.
And she's got the horn for Jon Stewart.
Yeah. I forgot that Bird Girl was not Hawk Girl.
She is Hawk Girl.
No, Bird Girl is from Harvey Birdman.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about the woman we're talking about now.
Yeah. Yeah, Hawk Girl actually being an alien versus Bird Girl who's just a cosplayer.
That's cheating, John.
Cute. It's cheating, but it is cute.
Yeah, she doesn't need to do that.
She's gonna super cheat. She's gonna super cheat with the wings.
No, she's
not even gonna...
No, she's just
not even entertaining it.
This is racially insensitive, John.
Yeah.
Don't start a snowball war with a warrior race.
So they get Sclera, but Superman doesn't.
Well, because that's the side effect of the ring, Rick.
No, they just get whites of their eyes, and Superman doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, like these randos get whites in their eyes. Okay, they don't. The kids don't. One kid does.
Flash fundamentally the epicenter of the Justice League's moral system. Like, it's canon that in any continuality where the Flash dies, the Justice League immediately turns evil. Like, every single time, without fail. That Doc's twerking.
Yeah.
And farting.
He's farting.
Because you got to move your whole ass to get a real noise from the fart.
Yeah, the Flash is like, oh yeah, this is Terrence and Phillip.
Yeah, but I'm the fucking Flash. You don't think I could ask for one?
Yeah, he's going to go to China and get them directly from the source.
Yeah, so Batman and Wonder Woman are away. They're both away at the same time. I absolutely think that any continuality where Clark's parents just die just to make him more edgy is a mistake.
Yeah, I get it.
Snyder. I think. I didn't watch those movies. Like, Superman is the biggest alien.
Yeah, what good parents.
Oh, look, you saw Supergirl.
Well. Yeah.
Wow, get fucked.
That looks like a Garnet Teddy.
Oh yeah, a bit more Ruby than Garnet, but is that fucking NSYNC?
It gets less and less Ruby the longer it goes.
Is that a Wile E. Coyote toy as well? I don't take it too personally, guy. Cats are dicks.
Yeah, cat, I enjoy you.
Look at this full-on snowball war.
Man, this is how the Danger Room works. They just do bullshit.
Yeah, GL really needs the whites in his eyes, what with his changing eye colour. Oh, it'll look weird otherwise.
Yeah.
Is this Hades now? Sorry, I don't think you've seen that, boss.
I don't think I have, no. I've seen the Bone Dragon.
It's a Hydra, friend.
Yeah.
Which I think is the closest that fucking Greek myth has to dragon.
Yeah, maybe.
You must really like Hawk Girl, what with the ginger.
Yes. A superpowered redhead.
Yeah. The weird thing is when she's not got the mask on, she does her hair up and doesn't look like that anymore.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's how you do a civilian disguise.
She doesn't need she has wings, Rick.
Yeah. Oh no, weaponized Karens. Is my dude getting villainized for like wanting to take Christmas Day off?
Pretty much.
Yeah, Jesus.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, comparing Christmas to Gorilla Grodd.
I just want to point out, Flash's big plan is to go to the North Pole and ask Santa for a duck.
Rather than going to... there we go. Oh, he did actually go to Japan.
Yeah. We wish you were Superman. Could you imagine?
Oh, he's like, Christmas, congratulations very much. Just from my pigeon Japanese. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, there we go.
It's such a nice detail, so wholesome. By the way, Martian Manhunter's on his own every year. His planet got blown up.
Yeah. They pulled that out of their ass pretty quick.
To be fair, it's not the best. They've got Superman living with them.
Yeah. A Charlie Brown sweater.
Don't put it on over your cloak.
It makes me the right size. I become Clark-shaped.
Yeah, alien strip club. Let's see them titties and them things humans don't have.
Aw, alien hugs.
What the fuck? Was that a Nixon in a bubble?
These all look like Ben 10 rejects. It's great.
Keep an eye on the background. I wonder if we see Lobos.
Oh, it's live slug reactions. Yeah, this is where I go for my prime hookers and blow.
I believe she comes here just to beat people up.
Yeah.
And that guy just said Ariba because Spanish is foreign, I guess.
Yeah.
That looks fucking foul.
Oh, she's doing the double beer. She's not even getting one for him. Oh, she is actually giving him one. She's not just double beering.
It tastes like gasoline.
Oh, of course she likes it. It's got worms in it. Murder. A bit of non-consensual violence.
It's worse than that, because, like, who the fuck does that and then goes, yo, he did it?
A little brother.
I guess. Jon Stewart thought he was going to get some nookie.
Yeah. Well, what's better than nookie when you're both worn out?
Not fighting a bar full of aliens.
Oh no, it's going to be evil.
Can you dodge my gun, Flat? Yes, I can dodge your fucking gun. I actually agree with the villain's point, which is the worst thing here.
Oh yeah. Oh shit, I've seen the ending of this.
Oh good, because it's the best ending ever.
Yeah.
Don't spoil it for the audience. Gee, I wonder if they're going to kill Flash on Christmas.
Like, I've seen the ending. I know they don't.
Like, even if he didn't, he's got, like, one gimmick.
Yeah. Oh no, he crushed the toy.
I absolutely love that he doesn't give a fuck about the villain. Voltaire for like 6-year-olds. Come on, man.
Yeah, yeah. It only works if they're actually French.
Every single Flash villain is just fine with having a chat with Flash, except Reverse Flash. He's the only dick.
Yeah, yeah. However, just pistol whips him and then fixes the toy.
It's such a fucking fake out, but it's the best one ever.
Yeah, yeah. No. It is going to have laser eyes. It is going to do real farts.
That is the most fair reaction of, why'd you hit me then? It's like, you hit me first.
You hit me first and now we're even.
It's such a kid logic too. It's like, he hit me first. He deserves at least one thump.
Yeah, he hit me 3 times. I only hit him once.
I forgot John could do this.
He's 2 hits down. Yeah, yeah. He's got lead for Christmas again. He still does it.
Yeah. Santa knows.
Yeah, yeah. Man, he looks like such a villain.
Yeah, to be fair, I'd be like, hey, let's walk on the other side of the street, hun.
Yeah, from this guy who looks like he's plotting your murder.
He looks like Joe Chill.
He does!
Which, is a problem. If you don't know who Joe Chill is, do you want to explain for the audience, Rick?
Yeah, he's the man responsible for Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that kills Thomas and Martha Wayne and makes them do the fucking Pearl scene every fucking movie.
Yeah. This is a nice thing John does that he doesn't have to.
He just polymorphs into Santa Claus, eats all the biscuits.
Now, here's the thing: is you're the mum and dad in this house. What do you think?
Yeah. So the mum and dad in the house have put the biscuits out for Santa to show the kid, and then in the morning the biscuits are gone with some crumbs and a thank you note. If you come down and see that the biscuits have been pre-eaten, you assume that either you've been broken into, or the kid has woken up and eaten the biscuits like a little shit.
My first thought would actually be rats. Which is a terrifying thought.
Yeah. I like to think that our rats are confined to the garage.
No, they're not.
No.
I got over my fear. I say fear. I never had a fear of rats as long as I got shoes on.
Yeah. But yeah, it's only really this year that we've had like so many mice that they've like eaten Christmas. Like we have like stuffed toy Christmas things that we have, and we've had like for like 20 years. Like a singing Santa and a gay snowman that they talk to each other and sing duets.
I'm sorry. Did you say gay snowman?
Yeah, because the snowman's like, I'll be dreaming of you, Santa, when you're on your flight. Like in the most like homoerotic voice ever. So yeah.
Are we gonna? Can we circle back around to that image I told you about with Squidward and SpongeBob?
Earn it, SpongeBob. Scrub it clean. But yeah, they've eaten all the stuffing and like all the things that are.
Is that fucking Niles?
It might be, yeah.
I've forgotten the actor's name. Sideshow Bob's brother.
Yeah.
How the fuck did he record the entire Nutcracker in that amount of time?
He probably knows how to slow his voice, like speak really deep, so that when he speeds it up, it sounds normal.
That's not how that works, Rick.
I know, right?
He can speak really deep, so if he slows it down, it becomes normal. Fucking what did you say?
So he's still white. Like he painted himself white to be Gorilla Claws. Yeah.
That's the thing about Flash as well, is he's the only hero you see being nice to his villains if they deserve it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the ending that I've seen.
It's a good end.
Yeah. Thank you, Emma, for spoiling it for me. Yeah, he's just leaning around the corner and cheesing at him. It's great.
Of the 3 stories we get for Christmas, this is the weakest one.
Yeah, there was a fight, and the guy that they beat up is now hugging them.
Yeah, because they fight for funsies. Look at this throuple, though.
Merry Christmas, I'm going to give you a handy J while you're sleeping.
There's a really awkward storyline where they go to the future and he finds his son, and his son looks like a giant fucking Hawk Girl. But his wife is not Hawk Girl.
Oof.
Yeah, I know. It's awkward. It's very awkward.
One might say Hawkwood.
Ha! Gay.
Gay. Oh, he's got his head back.
Yeah, this is his actual form. So as far as I'm aware, John doesn't actually wear clothes ever.
Yeah, he just makes it look like he does.
Yeah. I once heard someone actually describe this as hauntingly beautiful, but it's nice, and the intention is there, but I wouldn't call it actually hauntingly beautiful.
Yeah, I get you.
Jesus Christ, this had like 4 times the amount of voice actors as the Inspector Gadget special.
Yeah.
But then again, they roped in all the voice people from the individual series, like Superman and Batman had their own series, and they got the same people, obviously, so it makes sense, because you probably wouldn't have cross-cast.
Yeah, and I think it's generic credits. We didn't even have any Batman or Wonder Woman at all in this episode, and yet they were still credited.
Oh, were they? I didn't actually see their names. It went by too quick.
I've clicked off it now, so I'm not going back.
Oh, I'm also not going back. I just assumed that you saw them. Did you see them?
Yeah, fair enough. I didn't, but you mentioned like Batman had its own show, and that they would have roped in the original cast from them and all that. So I was like, okay, I believe you.
Oh yeah, but I don't think they didn't credit Batman or Wonder Woman. They like the first page was just the heroes. It was Hawk Girl, Green Lantern, Flash. I'm not naming them all. You know the 6 that we had.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, Rick, what did you think? And please be kind, because I loved this episode.
Oh, it was a cute little collection of fun stories, and like you say, there was very definitely a hierarchy of best to not so best, but even the not so best was still fun. How about you?
Yeah, I've made it no secret that I absolutely adore this Christmas special. It stayed in my mind for many a year, and it's not going away anytime soon.
Yeah, and after we've had a couple of stinkers, it's nice to end on a high note for this Christmas season.
Absolutely. Like, again, I can't stress enough that if you've never watched the Justice League animated series, you really, really should.
Yeah, so we had Inspector Gadget, which was kind of fine. We had He-Ra, and we had the Star Wars Holiday Special. So it's just been ramping up in quality as we've gone along.
Oh, that's not fair, because that was a low bar we started. The bar was like underground in the first day.
Yeah, the bar was so low that James Cameron had to get in his submersible to go and find it.
It's down the Mariana Trench.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think that
James Cameron, the bravest pioneer.
I do think that's one of the better South Park jokes.
Yeah, that he went down to raise the bar for everybody, and suddenly people don't find Snooki any entertaining.
It wasn't Snooki, it was Honey Boo Boo.
Oh, Honey Boo Boo, yeah.
But
Snooki was a different episode, yeah.
Snooki wants Snook, and she raped fucking Kyle.
Yeah,
No,
he
it
wants
wasn't.
smoosh.
It wasn't Kyle. It was Stan, because Kyle saved her because he went full Joyzy. No, it wasn't, and it wasn't Stan. It was Cartman, because Cartman was crying like a little bitch, as he should.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's the annoying thing, Rick, is like, yeah, I agree that these reality shows are not good and you shouldn't be making them, but it does make some regular folk into, not necessarily millionaires, but it raises them on the economic ladder, and for that I can't criticise. I criticise the executives who exploit them.
Yeah, absolutely. Criticise executives for sensationalising the class divide.
Pretty much, man, pretty much. But those Joyzy kids were already fucking, I have to say Joyzy, it's the law, we're already pretty well off, just like the Geordies and all the fucking spin-off shows we had based on the UK crowds.
Yeah, the Towies. The Towies are already, like, never have to work in their lives because they're just, like, born into money and can just have boob jobs on a weekend.
Yeah, same for the Made in Chelsea gang.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the outlaw. It's very weird that the demographic of this podcast host is, you're from the north, but you're well off as far as the north is concerned. I'm from the south and I'm scum.
Yeah, we're kind of inverted, really, aren't we?
Yeah. If anything, you should be down here and I should be up there.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Justice League. Rick, do you have a favourite moment?
I think it was actually the Gorilla Grodd going, take me to jail now.
It was, I can't disagree. It's a very good use of the straight man.
Yeah. Like, I wanted to say it was actually the Flash's like actual ending of that, where he's like, I had a Christmas tree like this. It's nice. The guards could show you. Go away. And then he just sits down there and is content. But no, take me to jail now. It's actually my favourite moment from it. How about you? Do you have a favourite moment?
Yeah, I think my favourite moment is honestly, it's pretty much the same. It's just the ending of the actual Flash saga of Gorilla Grodd is back in jail, but like he gets a small moment of Christmas courtesy of the Flash, and he acts like he's great. He has to be grateful because he's polite. That's his deal. But he wants to come off as not really being grateful, but everyone can tell he's actually quite happy by this small gesture. And that shot of the Flash just poking his head around the corner, being like, I know he liked it.
Yeah, giving it a big old cheeser.
Yeah. Of these three stories, I think the Flash one was the strongest.
Oh yeah, like I would say by far, but that that cheapens the others. But the Flash is always allowed to be more human because his his speed makes him more invulnerable than even people who are invulnerable.
Yeah, Flash can be pointed to so many times in the Justice League as being the source of great moments. You've got one where he's being criticised for not being intimidating, so he goes out and he grabs a thug and dangles him over a ledge, and he goes, if you don't tell me what I want, I'm dropping you. And he goes, buddy, I've been threatened by the Batman. You're no Batman. So the Flash just fucking drops him.
Yeah.
which Batman would never do. But Flash has super speed,
wouldn't.
so he just runs down alongside him and says, I can totally stop this, by the way. Do you want to tell me now? And he goes, yes. And they do this thing that they don't do for any other superhero. He doesn't just grab him and stop him. He runs to the bottom of the thing, rolls his arms super fast so it creates an updraft and slows him down rather than just suddenly stopping him.
Yeah, because otherwise, that's how you get a 3 pieces of villain instead of 1 villain splat. You holding your arms out. And
the other moment I'm going to talk about is one I talk about all the goddamn time. It's when Superman gets killed, or in air quotes, because Superman never fucking dies. But he gets killed, so Wonder Woman just takes the toy maker of all people, who's the one that killed Superman, and she's about to beat this little puppet dude to death, and Flash just grabs her by the arm and says, we're heroes, we don't do that. And Wonder Woman's just like, you don't get to tell me what to do, you don't speak for all of us. And Flash just goes, I'm not speaking for all of us, I'm trying to speak for Superman. It's such a good line.
Yeah, chills.
It's fucking awesome. Like, do yourself a favour and look that up on the YouTubes. Anyway, we can't only gush about the good, we also need to talk about the bad. Rick, do you have a weakest link?
Just that the Hawk Girl and Green Lantern plot was not as fun as the other two. Like, yeah, there was more action, and yeah, there was a little bit of romance and all that, but like, please forgive me for thinking that these two are not exactly as hard hitters as the Flash and Superman and Wonder Woman and Batman.
Wait, here's the thing.
In terms of
go on, sorry.
Clout and all that. Like, they're the equivalent of Ant-Man in the Avengers. Like, yes, they can carry their own show, but you don't tune into the Avengers Avengers for Ant-Man.
Here's the problem with the Green Lantern specifically, is that the Green Lantern is interchangeable.
Yeah. The Green Lantern role is a legacy role, and he's like, what, at least the third one that we know about?
Here's the thing, is Jon Stewart is actually hands down my favourite Green Lantern, but the first one is always going to be Hal Jordan, and he's boring.
Yeah.
Which is why I think they made the absolute right decision by having Jon Stewart, because Jon Stewart is still a fundamentally lawfully good hero, while also not being anywhere near as boring. You can't have Guy Gardner, he's too much of a fucking loose cannon.
Yeah. And you could even see how creative he was with his Green Lantern powers when he was just fucking around playing with snowmen. And then becoming like 100-hand snowball artillery.
I get you.
And snow boulder trebuchets. Great training, by the way.
Those weren't trebuchets, they were catapults.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, how about you? Do you have a weakest link?
Yeah, my weakest link's going to be the exact same thing, more or less. You mentioned it before, you used the word hierarchy of episodes and of stories, and absolutely applies. The Green Lantern Hawk Girl one was fine. It wasn't bad, it just didn't hold a candle to the other two stories being told. And I've got to be honest with you, if they stopped before going to the spacebar, I think it would have been better.
Yeah, maybe. Meanwhile, the spacebar thing didn't have to be a Christmas thing at all. Like, that could have just been a day off episode plot that just had nothing to do with Christmas.
There are no days off in the Justice League episodes. Like,
fair enough.
This is the only one they could have done it in, because every other time it's a world-ending threat. Otherwise, why would you need the Justice League?
Yeah, I get you.
Am I cutting out for you again?
Yeah, right now you are, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. All right, let's wrap this up, Rick. Who gets your MVP?
It's going to be the Flash. He was the fulcrum of both of our favourite parts, really. And there we go. He's got to get it. He's got to get it. He is the heart. How about you? Who's going to be the MVP?
The Flash is the heart and soul of the Justice League. There's no denying that. Again, I want to circle back to me saying that every time the Flash dies, the Justice League turns to evil.
Yeah, every time he dies, it goes to shit.
So, it is what it is. I'm actually going to give my MVP award to Superman/Clark Kent, because boy, is this the Superman I know and love. Just like the embodiment of humanity. And for those of you listening to this back, Rick's just going to be cutting in at random points because apparently his internet's taking a shit again.
Yeah, I don't know why. But yeah, Superman being a lovable himbo is exactly what we want to see from Clark.
It is, and this was very much Clark Kent and not Superman. He even said it during his intro on the farm.
Yeah. And Martian Manhunter even had to correct himself. I'm a friend of Superman too. Oh, I'm a friend of Clark.
It's fine. Ma and Pa Kent know.
You'd hope.
But yeah, Superman/Clark Kent, Flash/Wally West get our MVPs today. I think they're very much well deserved. There's not much else to say really, other than Happy New Year, because this is the last episode of 2024. Yeah. We've got the comment section down below on the YouTubes if you want to give us suggestions for episodes and shows to do in the new year. We're eager to hear from you. Comment section is also on Spotify, but we've got other audio platforms you may be listening to. You can instead send us an email at
nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com.
Absolutely. If you send us something funny, witty, or just intelligent and informative, we will absolutely read it out on the show. But apart from that, we'll see you again next year.
Bye, everybody.